Today I'm showing you how to make the easiest chicken potato casserole. It cooks in one pan, which makes it perfect for busy families. It's creamy, cheesy, and packed full of everything you need for a complete meal. You got chicken, bacon, veggies, and potatoes. Keep watching because I'm gonna give you a tip to make it even easier. Let's get cooking. First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then spray a 9x13 pan with either like a non-stick cooking spray, or I'm doing a spray avocado oil today, or an olive oil will work great. Now let's get our ingredients together. First, we are going to peel and dice some potatoes. I am using Yukon Gold. About 4 is good, but you can easily use your favorite. And if you don't mind the peels on these, you can leave the peel on as well. I'm gonna show you Carrie's tip today, guys, when peeling potatoes. She holds on to the ends here and peels all the way around the potatoes, so you don't have to worry about your fingers slipping. It works great. I am not the best peeler, so, bear with me, friends. I love you. And then once all the sides are peeled, then you can just hold the potato and grab the ends real quick. And then flip it and do the other end. Now we're cheating and using our chopper. Who has one of these? Let me know in the comments below. This is a game changer in the kitchen. Now let me tell you, when you get one, it comes with 2 little inserts. One is bigger and one is smaller. I'm going to use the bigger one today to dice up the potatoes to make them like the size of, little 1/2-inch cubes. And then I'm gonna use the smaller ones for the onions. When cutting the potatoes, I find it's easiest to put it into slices and then put it in your chopper. And it makes beautiful, perfect cubes that are perfect for this casserole. Now, if you do not have a chopper yet, it is linked in the description below, as well as our favorite knife in the world that we can't live without. This is the only knife you need in your kitchen, and you'll be able to make everything we make effortlessly. The potatoes are diced. I love it that it makes them all about the same size, so they're gonna cook evenly, and they're nice bite-sized pieces. And my time-saving tip I promised you. You can use frozen diced hash brown potatoes instead of the fresh potatoes. You don't have to thaw them out. You don't have to dice them, slice them, whatever. You can just throw them right in. Now we're going to switch out the blade for the onion. So I'm just moving these potatoes over. If there was enough room, you could probably fit them both, but I was just afraid I would run out of room. And then I'm going to, see if I can get this, switch it out to the smaller ones because I do not want a big chunks of onion in my casserole. Now it's time for that onion. We're gonna do just 1/2 of this onion. Now, sorry about the weird face. I'm not good at the sports. I've never been good at the sports, so I get nervous when things are thrown at me. So, all right, for this one, we're just doing 1/2 the onion, cut off the ends, peel off the skin. I usually do that top layer because it can usually be flimsy and not so great. And then we're going to use our chopper as well for this onion. So when I use the chopper, I always quarter the onion, and then I take the ends of the quarters and put it right into the blade, and it makes sure it gets all finely diced. Now it's time to dice up the bacon. So you want the bacon already cooked where it crumbles pretty quickly, and then just use your knife to run it through to dice it up into small pieces. It'll be easy to eat in the casserole. You want about 1/2 cup cooked chopped bacon. I'm using already cooked bacon. You can use those real bacon bits as well. I've seen those in some of my grocery stores. I think that will work great. Just measure out approximately 1/2 cup. I'm just running my knife across it the other way just to get it nice and crumbled. Time to shred the cheese. I like to use fresh shredded cheese for this recipe. It melts smoother, it tastes better. You want about 2 cups, which is approximately 8-ounce block of cheese. I'm using cheddar cheese today. You guys, shout out my cheese shredding skills. My sister and the IT guy, who is our father, if you guys don't know, they love to rag me on how I struggle to shred cheese. But I get it done. I get it done. All the dicing and the chopping is done. I know it seems like a lot, but when you're not filming like I am, it goes a lot quicker. Now we're just gonna mix it all together. So I like to start with the sauce first so that everything gets well combined, and then add in the chunkier items like your chicken and your cheese and your bacon. So start with 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. I am using a canned version. I do have a homemade version if you prefer, and a gluten-free version that is linked in the description below. Then we're gonna add in some sour cream. It's a cup or 8 ounce. I'm just using an 8 ounce container. Now you can use plain Greek yogurt if you prefer, and then 1 cup milk. We're going to season this sauce with a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm doing a 1/2 teaspoon of each salt, and then my salt is pink. If you're like, Christina, your salt is pink. Yeah, I know, it's Himalayan pink salt. You use whichever type of salt you like and it's gonna taste great. You wanna go ahead and stir this together. I might switch to a whisk here just to get this well combined, and then we'll get everything else added in. I switched to the whisk and it's gonna work way better. So just start with the whisk, friend. So when I use the whisk, I just move it back and forth until it gets more combined so that you do not splash that milk around, and then just really get in there and get it all combined. Add in 2 cups frozen mixed veggies. Like I'm doing the one with the carrots, the peas, the green beans, the corn. You can do just the peas and carrots if you prefer, or any other type of frozen vegetable works. And then 4 cups shredded and diced chicken breast. Now, this can be leftover chicken, rotisserie chicken. Use what you have on hand. Add in those diced potatoes, and then the diced onion from my chopper. I'm just gonna make sure I get in every last bit of potato and everything else that was left behind. Gonna get that bacon added right in, and 1 cup of the shredded cheese. I'm just gonna measure it out because we're gonna put some on top later, but you can totally measure with that with your heart if you want. Only thing left to do is stir, stir, stir. Now be careful, it's a lot of food. This is a big old casserole, so just gently stir until everything is evenly combined. It's already looking so yummy. If these potatoes weren't raw, I would take a bite right now, but you know, nobody likes some raw potatoes. This is gonna be the hardest part, and I promise it's not hard. Dumping it into that pan. So I stand corrected on those who don't like raw potatoes. I guess my dad does, but he's weird. So most of us do not like raw potatoes. Oops, potato down. Let me know in the comments below, do you like raw potatoes or not? And then cover with foil. Bake for 60 minutes. It's been cooking for about an hour. You want to pull it out, and we're just going to carefully remove the foil. We're going to put it back in and let it cook for about 30 to 40 more minutes until those potatoes are fork tender. Once those potatoes are tender, we are going to remove it just to add on the cheese. Use that remaining shredded cheddar cheese, and we're just going to sprinkle it right on top to give it a nice extra cheesy crunch. Then put it back in the oven for just about 5 more minutes for that cheese to melt. It's been 5 minutes and the cheese is nice and melted. Let the casserole sit for about 10 to 15 minutes before serving. Once it cools off a bit, it's ready to serve. Now my favorite part is this is truly a one-pot meal. It's filling, it's delicious. You don't need it to serve with anything else. Just serve it as is. Now for my favorite part of the whole video, taste testing. Delicious. The flavor is amazing. It has like that classic chicken pot pie flavor, but the bacon just gives it like a subtle kick difference that I love. And these potatoes are perfectly tender. Grab this recipe linked in the description below to win brownie points, or dare I say, casserole points with your family today. For more easy recipe and cheesy moms, you're gonna love our next video. I'll see you next time.